SMT Nation, we back. Nation, this is part 2 of, I guess, the video series covering Verizon at this investor conference where they gave us some really great details. In the previous video, we talked about the consumer side. We talked about, like customers like you and me. We also looked at kind of what Verizon has been doing with price hikes, the prepaid consumer market, kind of the macro environment and stuff like that. Today, we're going to focus on business, wholesale deals, the Capex, the network, fixed wireless access. Those are the elements here in today's video. I'll be sure to provide a link for the News Center press release from the 2023 Verizon earnings because it kind of leads the way into Q1. So it'll just be a placeholder. That link in the description. Ways to support us can be found in the description as well. Please do like and share this video. And if you're new here, subscribe to be part of the SMT Nation. Don't forget to hit the bell notifications icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks, let's start with what really is the growth vector for Verizon, and that is 5G home internet, the fixed wireless access. All right, now, not everything is perfect when it comes to Verizon and fixed wireless access. Obviously, it needs to scale. It needs to get across the entire country. Verizon's going to be in play for a lot of potential customers. And something that continues to be an issue, well, I perceive it as an issue, is that Verizon only has 15% of folks on a converged bundle. Right, that means they have the fixed wireless access 5G home from Verizon and also have their wireless service. So it's an area that needs attention. He didn't offer any color or clarity on how they would do that and if they would do that. So to me, it tells me it's either a work in progress or they don't have any plans to attack it just yet. Maybe it's something on the 2025 agenda or in the future, but for now, we have no clarity on that. Now, with respect to the growth, they are tracking well beyond the 5 million subscriber growth goal. They are at 3 million today, and the service is only, a year or two old, right? No new targets from Verizon, even though they are likely going to track beyond the initial 5 million. Internally, he mentioned that they do have targets that are much higher. So to me, as we've been tracking the T-Mobile home internet, which was originally slated for 7 to 8 million, I've pushed for possibly them reaching 9 to 10 million eventually. I feel the same thing about Verizon. I think a 7 to 8 million customer additions or customer base is definitely in the works in the long term. I think Verizon is too. They're just not going to publicly say it yet. He said they would update once they reached 5 million, but that would come at a later time, probably 2025. Now, long term, they're looking for sustainable customer relationships, and that's why you see them very aggressive with promotions amongst other things. Now, to address the capacity needs that people are concerned about, saying that the network could become congested, people are concerned that it would get slowed down from the services, he did reiterate that they're building what they will need for years to come. The heavy investment into densification, as well as the C-band investment, calls for it. With respect to the customer data usage patterns, he says that currently, the fixed wireless access subscriber, 5G home internet, uses just over 500 gigs per month. To compare, the Verizon Fios fiber customer uses just slightly more than 600 gigs per month. So he views the congestion concerns as a non-issue. He refers to, network capacity problems potentially as a high-class problem, and he doesn't have any worries about it. They'll be addressing it if the day comes for it. Now, with respect to the network management, he said the usage profile is different throughout the day, right? So mobile traffic during the day, and then, the fixed wireless access more so at night. Looking at the NPS scores, he feels good about the service. Retention is very good. Churn rates are low. Now, obviously, he mentioned Fios. The gold standard is fiber. He said they'll pass another 400,000 locations. Last year, they did over 5,000. So it looks like they're pulling back a little bit on Fios. And he said that they were going to stay within their current region with no signs of going beyond their footprint. All right, now to kind of address the wholesale deals, he did say they're growing, able to monetize the network as planned. He referred to the deals with cable MVNO as accretive, profitable. They like the arrangement terms and the margins there. Business wireline headwinds, which we've talked about. High single digits declines, which is really bad. They're shedding low margin contracts, transitioning with customers based on the needs that they might have. So you see that transition to wireless. They'll be in play for that. They're trying to get away from it. The operations are expensive, and customers, they don't want to pay the cost. So, that's something that looks like it's going to continue to be an issue in the future. Now, with respect to business customers, they trust the Verizon network. They're taking the fixed wireless access 5G internet. It's becoming a primary connectivity tool and solution, not secondary. I can't tell you guys how big that is. That means businesses don't need wireline anymore. They feel good about Verizon's wireless network. He said even the LTE version counts as a primary connectivity tool. Businesses like it, and they said it only gets better with 5G. So you have the appeal, the fact that you don't need a truck roll. There's no installation. It's plug and play. It's very reliable. It's got a low load on the network compared to the consumer side, right? The business side. So these things are all solid, mentions for Verizon. All right. Last piece, and this one I think is major. The Capex, 17 to 17.5 billion is going to be what they're going to spend. And they said that all that funding is for all their network initiatives. That means C-band. That spend will continue. A little bit on Fios. He said the 4G spend is starting to come down. That will come down in the future more so. And then he also mentioned that the spend on the One Fiber program is also going to slow down. I don't know if they're going to re-accelerate it. He didn't offer any clarity on it. He's speaking to 2024. What do you guys think of the Capex? Good? Is it enough? You guys got concerns about the network? Tell me. What do you think about anything from the wholesale, the business customer side? The fixed wireless access piece looks like a monster. Your thoughts and opinions welcome down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.